Welcome to the show, everybody. Welcome to Two Funny Mamas, and this is
Kym Whitley in the house.
And I am Sherri Shepherd. We're so excited to be here. This is our second episode of Two Funny Mamas, and we're learning as we go. So as always, we ask that you extend us a little grace because, Kym, because we're learning this podcasting thing, right?
Yes, we are, Sherri Shepherd. Listen, we don't want to hear your comments. That's what Sherri's saying. We don't want to hear, oh, y'all was all loud or y'all was wrong. That's what she's saying. She's saying, give us some grace because it's our second time doing it. We don't want to hear your little snippety snip unless it's a good constructive criticism. That's all. Like my bra is showing right now. Oh, well, maybe by the fifth podcast, it won't. Good afternoon, Good morning, good evening. Okay, I'm sorry.
But we're not done yet, so don't do that outro.
Okay. I said good morning, It's not an outro. I like your little blue outfit. That's cute.
Thank you. I'm kind of this quarantine. I'm really running out of stuff. I think the only color lipstick I have is purple, purple eyeshadow. This is how you know a person is doing their own makeup because it's all purple.
Yes,
that's my favorite color. I'm running out of. I don't know how to do my own wigs, so we're in a state of emergency with this hair.
Yeah, we are. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, trying to make it work is. I'm not quite sure what to do, but I know that we will get through it. So yeah. I'm really excited to see you because I haven't seen you. Actually, we did our last podcast on Mother's Day, which was really, really wonderful. We got a lot of great feedback. Thank you so much for your just for taking the time to listen to us and to watch us on Two Funny Mamas. But I came over to Kym's house on Sunday because Raising Whitley, your show on OWN, aired about 6 episodes?
It was about 6 episodes of the old episodes. And I think it did pretty good. I'm going to call on to see what the ratings were, and maybe they'll bring us back. But I think a lot of people enjoyed it.
I really, really, because it was so funny watching Raising Whitley, and I kind of got my way into because Kym doesn't let anybody in her house. She refuses to let anybody in her house. And I was standing there so long. She was like, you know what? And I kept putting my foot in the door with my mask. And so she was like, you might as well come in and watch it. And I was like, for real? She said, it's too late. You didn't already come in.
Yeah.
I took off my shoes.
Yeah, she took off her shoes. So the show, what did you enjoy it, Sherri?
I did enjoy it. And for those of you who may not know what Raising Whitley is, OWN took the cameras and followed Kym after she adopted her son Joshua. And it just shows the village that Kym created, her dad, her brothers, her, friends, and people that just, Rodney, Joshua's dad, who just rallied around her with this baby. And it was really funny back then when I watched it. How many years ago was it, Kym?
Well, he was 3, now he's 9.
So it was 6 years ago.
6 years ago.
And it was really great. I watched it then and I laughed. But when I watched it last Sunday, I laughed. It was like I had more of an appreciation for it. It was like watching Pootie Tang. You remember Pootie Tang? Sa-da-ta-da-tay.
Did you just compare my show to Pootie Tang?
Well,
what's wrong with you? Who does that?
I was going to use Soul Plane. I figured Pootie Tang was the better.
Oh, you did. But it was funny then. Well, maybe I'll take that as a compliment. I don't know.
No, take it as a compliment because I laughed when I watched it then. But I laughed even more because of knowing you more and knowing Joshua. And I laughed at Rodney and Wendell and Harold. It was just I loved it. And you know what I really loved, Kym? It was so poignant because your mom passed away. Was it, how old was Joshua when your mom passed away?
6 months old, actually.
6 months
Something
old.
Crazy like that.
And I remember you're very close to your mother. She's always been very supportive of your dreams because you're really weird. She even spelled your name Kym instead of the regular Kim. Why is that?
My mother felt that I was going to be different. She said that now. And I asked her, I said, why didn't you name me Kimberly? I just wanted to be a Kimberly. She was like, nah, Kym with a Y, you're going to be different. I knew it. I was like, wow. I think because she almost died when I was born. So that was bad. I
Yeah, you've
forgot what
been
had
known
happened.
to make some people. You've been known to kill some people, so I can understand that.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Sherri.
Wait, hold on. Let
But
me
it
turn
was
the phone
good.
off.
But no,
Hold
it
on. Let
was
me turn off my
really
phone.
your phone's ringing now.
Yeah,
But it
you
was a
be,
great episode. My dad really enjoyed Raising Whitley. He said that he was like, that's one of the best things on TV. They need to bring back Raising Whitley. He was like, it was so funny. And then when I watched, I was like, this is a funny show. So I hope that it did well. It's on the app. If you go and get the own app, you can watch all the episodes. So it'd be
How
great,
did you
you know?
feel? Joshua back then was 2 years old. Now he's not. He was 2 or 3, and now he's 9 years old. So watching him back then, he was such a schmugger bear. How did you feel seeing him on Raising Whitley back then?
First of all, explain to the people a schmugger bear is something good.
A
They probably
schmugger
like
bear is a
yeah,
schmugger bear is
a
something that you
schmugger.
just be like, my sugar, more sugar. It's like sugar and bear. Schmugger bear.
Yes. It's like I like to eat sugar bears. But Joshua is definitely he was a snooky. He was a little thing. He was so sweet. Now he's 9 years old. He's a boy. And not too
He's
much of a
all
schmugger
boy.
bear. All boy. And I look back on it and being a mom and an instant mom and a new mom and all of that, I was learning and falling in love with him and just all the things that mothers go through. And it does go fast. People kept telling me it's going to go fast. But I was like, thank God for Own and Raising Whitley. I have such a record of his life.
It's like you have a photo album, a live photo album
Yes.
of this
Isn't
journey.
that
But
crazy?
it's such a trip because you adopted Joshua. And I remember when you were going through this journey, and it wasn't like the way you got Joshua. If you, and you have to watch Raising Whitley on the Own app because you'll see how Kym got Joshua. But it was just like it wasn't like you were going, I am going to adopt. I am actively looking for a child. You have been mentoring a young girl for years. She got pregnant and then said, I want you to have this baby. They called you up, the hospital. You want to tell the
Yes.
story?
Well, you got to watch the first episode of Raising Whitley. No, they they called me and said, "We have your baby ready." Literally, that's what they said.
They
So I
said,
thought
we
it
have
was,
your baby ready.
girl, like it was an Amazon package. I was like, what? I thought it was a comic playing jokes on me. I was like, I didn't order any baby, whatever. And I hung up. I thought it would be funny. I was like, if it's comics, I'm gonna call back. And there was a social worker. She called back and she was like, we got disconnected. I was like, oh, no, I hung up on you. I said, I thought you were trying to be funny. She's like, no, we really have your baby ready. And then she told me the girl's name and said she left the baby here with your name and she's left. I was like, what baby?
What?
What was happening? Yes. And that's how it began. And my parents were in town. And I thank God for my mom because my mom said, honey, go on and get that baby. I said, why, Mom? She said, because you almost 90 years old. You ain't got no husband. You ain't got no kids. You
Your
might as well
mother
go on
said
and get
that to
that.
you?
That's what my mom, and you wonder what's wrong with me. That's what my mother said. She said, she did. She was like, you almost 90. I was like, oh my God.
Wow. She
She said,
couldn't
you ain't
say,
got,
you get a little long in the tooth. She gave it a name, a number. You almost 90. That's,
and you
I
ain't,
don't know.
wait, you ain't got no kids and you ain't got a man. So she was like, you
Woo.
better go ahead and count your blessings. Go get that baby.
So what were you thinking though? Because I remember we would have conversations and you were thinking about you were going through that maternal thing where you wanted a baby, but it wasn't anything that was 24/7 on your mind.
No,
So when you were going to
no,
pick up Joshua and you hadn't even named him, because we got to go through the
no.
naming
It
process.
was called the
But when you were
baby.
going to pick, he was just a baby. When you were going to pick up this baby, what were you
First
thinking?
of all, Sherri Shepherd, I didn't have to pick up the baby. They delivered the baby like the store. They said the lady, and all her name was the lady. I don't know who this woman is. I don't know her title. All I know is she was mean. She was like, I'm not playing with you. She said, we're going to put this baby in the system. That's what we're going to do. I said,
And
what?
that got you.
Yeah, she was like, we're going to put this baby in the system. You know how many people want babies, newborns? Now, you need to make a decision. She said, you got 20 minutes and I'm going to call you back. Was like,
wow. She treated you like a bill collector.
She did.
Like you owed money.
Like, okay. And I was like, you work at the DMV on the weekends? She said, and then she said, okay, we'll give you 2 hours because we have to discharge the baby and you need to go get a bassinet and you need to go get a car seat. She said, those are the 2 things that you have to have in order to get this baby. I was like, I said, do they even make bassinets anymore?
I know that's like saying girdle.
I was like, brassiere. A bassinet? What is it? And she said, and so it was interesting because, my mom and dad were here and we went to Target or Walmart or somewhere and we running around. My daddy is looking for the white bassinet, remember, made out of wicker with the hood on it. He said, my father was like, I don't see no bassinets. They don't have no bassinets. I've been looking all over. I said, Daddy, they don't make those anymore. They're called play yards. So basically a playpen with the bed and everything and the car seat for the baby. So,
and it's such a trip. You were so not equipped. Like, because most people, when they go to adopt, they've been through the process, the journey. They've gotten, they've manifested it. They've gotten the room together and painted it. They're waiting for their gift.
Yes. No.
That didn't happen with you.
Girl, we had nothing. They showed up with a giant plastic bag, big clear trash bag full of, it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. They had a piece of paper, these 2 social workers, young girls. They had little bottles of milk, formula. They had diapers. They had an ointment for his belly button for the umbilical cord to fall off. And they came in and read me instructions with this big, they were like, okay, no, that's what they did. I was like, y'all know this is a human being. I was like, this is a human. This ain't a puppy. They're like, read the paper. They said, she said, we still don't know who it is. She said, feed the baby every 2 hours. Here are the little bottles. Here's the ointment and here are your diapers. Good luck. I'm telling you.
Girl.
And they left.
And so you literally learned on the job, which is what we all do as mothers. We have to learn on the job. But you had no preparation for having a newborn. And so
like having a puppy.
It's like having a puppy. Did you crate train Joshua?
Yes.
When he cried, did you put a blanket over the little kennel over the crate?
Yep, at night. So he go to sleep.
I remember when you were going through the whole process of naming Joshua, and you told me you were going to name him Joshua, and I said, Kym, that's in the Bible. It's Joshua, and I said, have you read Joshua? And you like, no, I ain't read Joshua. What it say? Like, do you understand how significant your son's name is, Joshua?
Yeah. Okay, so
did you finally read it? Tell me what Joshua is.
Well, first of all, why don't you say, why did you name him Joshua? That might be.
Why did you name him Joshua?
It's not like I have any Joshuas in my family. I've never been a fan of the name Joshua, just not been like, oh, I love that name. There were so many other names I wanted to name him, like Stapler, Bag of Onions. There was several, Pillow. I mean, he's a Hollywood baby, Sherri. Come on.
So you wanted to be like Gwyneth Paltrow and name him Stapler or Pillow?
Yes. Blanket. Look at Blanket's name. Very famous.
Yeah, but he's in therapy 3 days a week too. Let's not forget.
Probably.
I mean, but allegedly. I don't know.
I'm telling you, we don't know. I'm telling you.
So what made you pick the name Joshua for this baby that you had adopted?
Because I felt like a name is so important to who you are for the rest of your life, right? How do you name, like you said, I didn't have 9 months. I didn't have no preparation. They brought the baby and my mother's like, you're going to have to stop calling him the baby. Bring the baby. I said, she said, you're going to have to name him. Plus the hospital was hounding me down. They were like, you got to put a name on his birth certificate. Right now we got the baby. Wow. So how do you do that with less than 24 hours? How do you do that? So all I do is go to where I go to my source. I open the Bible. I just opened it. and I was at my kitchen table and I literally just prayed. And I just said, Lord, what will I name this child? And I'm telling you, in my right ear, I heard as clear as day, I heard the word Joshua. Just like that. Scared me.
How did the voice sound? How did it sound?
It was just a whisper, and it said Joshua. And I didn't argue back because I wanted to say I really don't like that name. But you can't. If you hear something, I just said, okay, okay. I'm not gonna. One thing I do is I was like, when it's supernatural and things happen in my life, I said I don't fight it. Let's just go with it. I said obviously the baby's name is Joshua, and the reason why I felt like that was definitely a confirmation is because when I went to the Delta's step show in DC, it was 30.
You're a Delta.
Yes, I'm a Delta. It was 30,000 women in the stadium, like a Staples Center, right? I walked out on stage, and for the first time, I heard 30,000 women say, Joshua, Joshua, Joshua.
Did they know you had Joshua?
Well, this was, he was 2 years old, 3 years old by then. The show was on. They had watched Kym Whitley. So they knew his name. But I said the chanting, if it would have been pillow, it wouldn't have sounded right. So I felt
it wouldn't have sounded right. It'd have sounded pillow.
It wouldn't sound right.
Pillow. That sounds cultish. Yeah.
It sounds cold. So I was like, okay, Lord, I get it now. When you hear
or bakery.
Bakery. Yeah, it don't sound right. And think about this. If Apple, nobody's chatting no Apple because now you're like, okay, they're hungry. The crowd is hungry. Yeah.
It's such a trip. But then I'm going, though, you had a whisper in your ear that said Joshua. But don't you think that maybe you should have actually not only opened it up to Joshua, that you should have read the significance of why the whisper said Joshua?
I thought I had time, Sherri. I thought I had time. I was like, I'm going to get to it. I thought I had time. I didn't know he was going to be 9, and I don't know the story of Joshua yet. Okay.
You have not opened up Joshua and read it?
I have glanced at Joshua. Him and David.
There's a promise. There's a promise on Joshua's life. So that when you're going through this is why I say read it, because that way when you're going through stuff with Joshua, when he's acting like a 9-year-old and gets to be a teenager, the promise on his life is within that book of Joshua.
Well, okay. Now I know. Okay. All right. Listen now.
Can you tell me one thing from Joshua, Kym, that you know?
Okay. Joshua hangs with David. Boom. Look at that. David is his first cousin. Scott's son.
Okay. I didn't know that David and Joshua were first cousins.
Yes, David and they're first cousins in real life. My brother's son is named David.
Oh, wow.
But that's what I'm telling you. I don't know what they're gonna do. They probably gonna solve this COVID thing. Watch.
You know what? We received that. Except he's 9. I hope he does it quickly and not until he's 23. Because I do need a vaccine or a cream before Joshua is 23.
Okay, wait. So speaking of the COVID thing, you're right. Speaking of the COVID thing, how are you I know you've been having some problems with it mentally. How do you feel about this COVID situation? What you're going through?
Ask me that question. Wait, I want to finish up with Joshua really quickly. Hold that question in thought.
You know what? First of all, why do you think you run everything? You're a little control freak.
I am.
Okay.
That's probably why I've been divorced twice. I am.
Oh
is that part of my Taurus the bull thing? Like,
I forgot.
I don't mean to control things. I really don't. But when I feel you don't know what you're doing, then I tend to take over. And that's not that you don't know what you're doing, but
I'll slap you through the screen. Go ahead. Finish with
Put your hand through that box. Put your hand through the box.
Stop! Okay, that was funny. I tried to punch you in the face. Okay, go ahead.
Not trying to take control, but I just want to say one of the significant things about Joshua is to get success to defeat the enemies. God told Joshua to walk around this wall because the enemies had built this wall, this great wall that was impenetrable. Is that the word? Impenetrable?
You be killing me trying to be Barbara Walters.
Impenetrable. I'm asking for
I'm
your
gonna
help.
look it up. I don't know if that's a word.
You want to get my respect? Know what impenetrable is.
It better be a word. It better be a word.
It is a word. The wall, it was a fortress. You could not get through it. So God told Joshua, you march around that wall 7 times. And you just proclaim my promises 7 times around. 7 times around. Proclaim the promises of who I am to you. And they did that. And do you know, they defeated the enemies. They were able to go through that wall. So I say to you about Joshua, when you are going through rough stuff, you proclaim the promises of God over that boy's life and who God is to you. Walk around that boy 7 times.
Wait a minute. Wait. Are you telling me when Joshua acts a fool, walk around him 7 times so they can come and get me in a straitjacket? And I'd be like, hold up, Joshua. Put it down. You put that down. Hold up. I gotta walk. 1, 2, 3, 4. Stop. I told you put it down. Where was I? 5, 6, 7. Do your homework. Wait, 8. Oh, I went past. See, I'm telling you.
I cannot.
Okay, I receive it.
You can't receive it because you can't make fun of the word. Do you understand? Like the Holy Spirit took hold of me for a moment.
You did. You was baby Jesus. I apologize. You was doing it. I apologize to you and I apologize to the word.
I was literally speaking a word. I was prophesying over your child and you laughed. That's the thing to be stopping blessings.
Okay, I apologize, but let me have the child in front of you when you're going to speak over him. Okay? Why you trying to do this on the podcast? I need Joshua to be in your witness, in your impenetration. Is that a word? Impenetrable. I looked it up. It was a word.
Okay, well, penetration is a word, but it don't apply in this situation.
It don't. Right. Boom. Okay, got you. I'm listening. I feel you.
Use your words rightly.
7 times. I'm writing it down. But I'm writing that down. Prophesy she put 7 times around Joshua. Okay.
7 times around Joshua and speak the promises into his life, saith the Lord.
Impenetrable, impossible to pass through.
Impenetrable.
I'm impenetrable during this quarantine. Impossible to pass through. Put it in a sentence. Impenetrable. That is too much?
No, you actually did it well. It took my mind was delayed.
Did you say your mind was delayed?
My mind was on delay. So you actually did say it correctly, but because my mind was like 2 beats behind you, I didn't get it. That's very embarrassing to say, but it didn't quite click, but it did now. They did a great example, Kym.
Well, thank you so much. You look good. You look all smooth. It's like you put a blur on your neck and everything looks like, I wish I had that app, whatever you're using.
I didn't put I don't know what app it is. I didn't put a blur on. I'm going through it with this hair because I feel like you remember the Munsters, Eddie Munster. I know you remember the Munsters.
Yes, the Addams family.
The Addams family. Oh, it wasn't called the Munsters?
No, the Munsters. Okay, yes. Well, okay. You're aging yourself. I don't remember that. Yes.
I feel like that wife that had just straight long black hair.
Oh, that was dang, I know you're talking about. What's wrong with us?
Probably
somebody's going to leave the name.
Somebody leave the name of the lady who was in the Addams family, who was the wife. She had that long black hair with like one gray streak. And that's what I feel like. If I push the wig back a little bit, you would see the gray streak going through the hair. So, quarantine is such a trip because it's now setting our date for LA was supposed to be we were able to get back out. I think they said May 15th, right?
Mm-hmm.
And now Mayor Garcetti has moved it back till July 31st. And also, there's no summer camp or any kind of extracurricular activities for the kids.
That's
They
right.
actually won't go back to school till hopefully, it'll start back up in September. So it kicked in for me that it's not May 15th, it's May, June, July, August, the end of August. So it's another 3 months. And it just did something to me of being his barber, his homeschool teacher. That was the biggest one. The homeschool teacher, dealing with Jeffrey with his hormonal stuff that's going on. Because kids are, I don't know how Joshua is dealing with the quarantine. Jeffrey gets really moody, and he wants to be independent, but then he clings. And usually he clings when I need to be independent. So there was something that hit me. I don't want to say depression because I don't want to make light of depression, but it was really like, oh my gosh, I'm not cut out for this. That's when did you ever question being a mother?
What?
Do I
Still
need to use it in a
questioning.
sentence?
What? Yes. Very funny.
You do question
Of
being a mother. Okay,
course.
I got you.
All the time.
It does, especially
Absolutely.
going through this.
Absolutely. But I felt like you were going through a depression about it. Why were you depressed about the quarantine? Because we're going to go longer? Or is it difficult with the homeschool? Or is it because you can't get a man? During the quarantine.
Yes.
I'm just trying to throw it all
We
in
don't
there.
have to bring that into it because I'm sure if I talk to my therapist, that's an underlying reason. It's not, and I'm not. There's always somebody that has it worse than you. So, and don't want to complain, but it was just the sitting here going. It's almost this feeling like I didn't sign up for this. I didn't sign up to be a teacher. I didn't go to college
Yes.
to be a teacher. I'm a creative person. And so even in my trying to be creative, it didn't seem like it was working out with Jeffrey. We've never spent this much time together because he's normally, the behavior that I see is normally what he gives to the teachers in school.
Yeah.
And this is what they went to school for, to learn how to deal with children, to learn how to deal with 8th graders. They're used to 8th graders doing this kind of stuff. So it just was hitting me. And he was saying mommy so much, and everything that he needed, it was a little overwhelming. And God bless parents who have more than one child of different ages. I'm very thankful I have this one, but as a teenager, any mother who has a teenager knows I'm with this 24/7, Kym, and it just was like, everything was overwhelming. His homework, everything that he needed. He didn't want me to help him. He did want me to help him. I would come out and Jeffrey would be doing this in the chair, not paying attention to the teacher. And you're not going to be able to, if you listen to that on the podcast, he would be spinning around in his chair nonstop.
Right.
He's not paying attention. He's not doing the work. He's zoning out. So I'm constantly staying on him. And then and constantly cooking. And I'm not a cook. You know me, I Postmate.
Yes.
I eat out. And so cooking was just, woo, how do I do this? So and I think I manifested it in that I was eating a lot because that's my stress reliever, is eating. And I was eating things that were not right for me. I couldn't go to sugar. I've been off sugar for 2 years, but I was starting to go to fast food restaurants. And I know once I start going to fast food restaurants, it's the beginning of the end.
Yes.
And I was going to a lot of fast food and eating it. Can I tell you one time, like a guilty thing that I did? Because I was going through this, and I didn't know it was a depression that I was going through. I went to Wendy's and I got a double cheeseburger combo with French fries. Then I got another cheeseburger to eat in the car to hold me until I got home to eat my combo. But on the way, I stopped at McDonald's and I got a Big Mac combo with a large French fry.
No, you did.
Which I ate in the car as I was on my way home. So then I go home, I turn on Netflix, and I eat all of that. And then I go make some popcorn with butter. I melted the butter and I put it on my popcorn. So I had a whole bowl of popcorn. And then after I finished the popcorn, I had a smoothie. I had a banana and blueberry smoothie that I ate. And then I went to bed and couldn't figure out why my stomach felt like it was going to explode. And then I had some grapes. all of that. So, you know, I'm diabetic. My blood sugar is going all over the place. And I was like, I can't do this because this is harming me. And, you know, I got a 15-year-old and I had Jeffrey when I was 39, 38, something like that. So it's not like I'm a young mom and I'm going, if something happens to me, who's going to take care of him? So it was all of that stress. And I had to figure out a way, and I want to ask you about that too, of how can I channel this stress and this feeling like really low of not being able to work and do stand up and make people laugh? How can I channel it into something more positive? And you know what I started doing?
What?
I started walking. That's what I started doing. I started walking, and that helped clear my mind. Walking.
Okay.
And I just walked and I breathed. I walked and I breathed. I put one foot in front of the other and I said, this is temporary. This is temporary. And I started saying, you know, it is what it is, Sherri. You got to cook now. So I started buying things that were easy to make. I started letting him microwave a few things. It ain't going to kill him. But the walking has really helped me. We went walking.
We sure did.
The other day. And just to be able to walk around the block, I don't know, maybe the oxygen that's going through your body, but it clears my head. So walking has definitely helped me deal with any kind of when I'm feeling down. So that's my spiel. How were you doing through this quarantine?
I'm just like you now. No, we're going back to the eating. When did you eat all of that? And next time that happens, I need you to call me because I can see a splurge, but it's like you went from crack house to heroin house. Then you're like, well, I'm going to go get some weed to top it up. To meth. Like you literally had lost your mind. You need a sponsor. You called me.
You know what? People think that food addiction is maybe, I think people make light of food. I'm a food addict. I have an addictive personality. My family's filled with drug addicts, alcoholics. I don't drink, I don't do drugs, but I eat and I am addicted. That's why when y'all say to me, well, just have one cookie, do it in moderation. Moderation don't work for me. It's all or nothing. So I have not done sugar since 2018. The only sugar that I get is from bananas and blueberries and grapes. That's it.
Right.
But I'm addicted to eating. And when I go through stuff, I can't turn to a cheesecake or cookies. I turn to food to stuff everything. And so when I was going through this, like, just think about this quarantine, and I feel for people who are by themselves. At least I got the sullen, moody kid to keep me distracted. But I can't imagine what a person who is going through this quarantine by themselves feels. And that's why I say we got to check in with people. When you start feeling low, that's another thing. When I start feeling low, I call somebody just to say, how are you? And to check in with them. So yeah, I'm not eating like that anymore, but I still have an addictive personality. So I always have to watch that.
I want you to tell me how it was. It sounds like it tastes so good.
No, you're an ambassador for Weight Watchers. So I'm not going to go into how it was because you've already lost 6 pounds on Weight Watchers. So I'm not going to mess that up for you. 12. You lost 12. Girl, what did I get 6? You lost 12 pounds on Weight Watchers. Congratulations.
So far. And gotta keep. No, it has not in this quarantine. But Weight Watchers has really, since I'm on something and it's monitoring, I'm tracking, it makes me accountable. Like I know I can't. Like if I'm gonna go out and eat like that, I got to use all my weekend points. I got to be good. I got to get on that treadmill. I got to go walking.
I don't know if you could do it with your points the way I ate. But do you feel pressure because Oprah is the head of Weight Watchers? Like, do you feel that kind of pressure?
No, because you know why? Because Oprah is a human being, and I know she want to go to Wendy's and all them places that you went and eat like that. So I feel more pressure because of the people, not because of Oprah, but because of everyday women. I feel like I might let them down if I don't do what I'm supposed to do because this product does work. But if I don't do, and they're like, oh, that don't work. It ain't work for Kym. No, it is working for me, but I got to do what it says do. And it allows me to eat. Like I eat real food. And I have enjoyed that because
I saw you were eating real food.
it's taught me how to cook. Like I do some great healthy recipes. I am amazed. I've never done Weight Watchers, which is now WW. I've never done it in my life because I was like, I'm not good at math. I'm not counting those points. I'm not. Let me tell you something. I wish I had done it a long time ago.
I got a chip from Weight Watchers. That was always my go-to was Weight Watchers. I didn't know they called it WW now. That's very hip.
Yeah, it's WW, but absolutely.
Do you know one time, girl, they had a Weight Watchers around the corner over here, and I used to go to the meetings, the Weight Watchers meetings. And I remember this girl walked in with 2 Egg McMuffins and started eating them in the middle of the Weight Watchers thing.
No, she didn't.
Like, half a. What are you doing?
2
Egg McMuffins. I couldn't think about points. I couldn't think about eating, carrots. I smelled them Egg McMuffins. And finally, the leader asked her, she said, you have to leave, ma'am. If you can't eat Egg McMuffins in the thing. It was like almost a riot.
Well, it's like
going to that woman's Egg McMuffins to eat them.
It's like bringing your bottle of cognac into the AA meeting. I'm just gonna finish it off.
And she was just it didn't bother her not one bit. And she got mad when she had to leave. She was like, I deserve to be here too. No, heifer, not with no Egg McMuffins. Leave that in my car and come on back. Shoot. Oh my gosh. But I'm glad you lost. Hilarious. I want to say congratulations to you. 12 pounds is a feat, Kym. That's hard. And especially because you've been, even with this quarantine season for you, I know you had a panic attack and I felt so bad.
You ain't feel bad. You came over my house that night and told me, let's go for a walk with your giant. Let's walk with your giant dogs. So you want me to actually walk a horse to pull me down and drag me down the street?
Because I knew you had that panic attack and I knew that walking, breathing that oxygen was going to go to your brain and effectively that was going to be better for you after having a panic attack. You don't sit on your couch and watch TV. That doesn't help a panic attack. But what does is getting out in the fresh air. We had the dogs. So I actually was loving on you, darling.
Okay. All right. That was good. But you made me make some oatmeal muffins too. I did have a panic attack and I want to share why I had the panic attack because everyone needs to know this is not normal. This quarantine, this homeschooling, and I was listening to what you were saying earlier, which is the truth. I did train to be a teacher. I went to college. I became a teacher. I taught in Compton for 3 years. I taught kindergarten. I taught 3rd grade, which my son is in right now. It ain't the same. I'm sorry, being a teacher and teaching one kid. I'm sorry. It is not the same. This is not the same. It's not normal for me to wake up every day, get my son up, feed him, get class ready. Class starts at 9:30. We do math. Then I have to give him a break. And then we have to have snack time. Then we have to go and do science. Now it's time for recess. Oh, I got to make sure he has PE. All right, now let me go back. All while working.
While still trying to work.
I got a 10 o'clock meeting. Okay. All right. You do science. He's 9. I got to watch him. Did you finish it? Are you doing it? Okay. Let me put the Zoom on. Let me put this on. Okay. Color this. Okay. I'm coming back. Then I got to run back and I do that. Then I got to, I'm sorry. I got to feed him. It's lunchtime. Hey, mommy, where's my snack? Oh, I got to make sure he exercises. Okay. This is one kid, a class of 22 kids in a classroom. You give them instructions. They follow each other like a herd. They do it. They play. You teach them on the board. That's it. And that's your job. But I am sitting here trying to work, keep a roof over.
You still got to bring in money. You're a single mom.
I still got to bring in money. I still got meetings. I still got friends. People are calling. I still got the house to run. I got the bills to pay. And then I have to check on him. I literally was doing work with him until midnight one night, 4 sentences.
I remember that. I called you. You was so mad because Joshua had been at that since 9 that morning, and his brain had shut down. He was not doing them all. He wanted to use the bathroom. The computer messed up. Mommy got a glitch in it. He just.
And just talking
Ooh.
about right now, I'm telling you, my chest just did like that. It just did a whole shock thing in my chest again.
So how
Just
do you?
talking about
That's
it.
when you
So
had
I
the
got to
panic
stop
attack.
talking about it. I got to calm down. But the doctors ordered a stress test. I got to go do a stress test because just to find out why I had those pains in my chest. And
I think a lot of people were going through that, Kym. It's not you don't know what's going on. I'm a girl who needs an expiration date. If you tell me, we got to do 14 more sit-ups or we got 2 more weeks to go, I'm good. But when you extend dates or I don't know what's the unknown, it's very stressful because I think parents are going through, do we put our kids back in school in September? They don't have a vaccine. Do I even want my child to get the vaccine? Because just to be honest for a minute, as 2 Black women, and knowing that they had something called the Tuskegee experiment, where the government injected Black men with, what did they give them, Kym?
that was for
They injected
syphilis.
them
Syphilis, wasn't
syphilis.
it?
They gave them syphilis, and this was an experiment. It was the Tuskegee experiment. So we already, as Black people, we have a distrust of the government. So now you're talking about I have to give my child a vaccine. I don't know what it is. That's stressing me out because that's all on me. Jeffrey is looking to me to make the right decision. What is the right decision? I got a president who was talking about, just spray this and you'll be good. So it is all of that. But have you found things to do to alleviate, that panic when that panic comes upon you? Wait a minute, hold on. Who is that? Is that Jeffrey?
Wait, you have, what's happening?
Can you have a
Somebody,
child? It's his lunch time.
see,
Hold on.
we just talked
Jeffrey.
about that. Now your son wants to eat lunch and you're trying to do a podcast.
I
That's what I'm
know.
talking about.
This
It
is not
can't
the
work.
normal.
This is not
What are you
normal.
grabbing? You didn't have anything to eat? Is DeAndre here?
See, we normally
Knock
would
on the
be in the
door and ask him,
studio
can he go get you some McDonald's? Look,
and the
see, can he
kid
go
would
get you
not
some
be here.
McDonald's? Hmm.
We would
Knock on the
normally
door,
be in
ask
the
him if he can
studio.
take you to get some fast food because I didn't make nothing. Or no, he can ask him to microwave that spaghetti. I'm so sorry, everybody. This is the normal.
No, you don't understand. Rodney brought me some beans that I made a week ago. I said, thank you. I was like this, thank you. I can't eat this. He found it in the refrigerator.
What kind of beans are those?
There's some beans I cooked a week ago, child. And I don't know how long beans and chicken can last. It's been a week. What do you think? I don't know if I can eat that.
It might
I
be cool.
cooked.
I smell it. If it doesn't smell, I eat it.
What?
Yeah, you got to do the smell test, like you sniff your underarms.
But
If it
what if it
doesn't
has?
smell, yeah.
I'm
I don't
trying
know
to
what
taste
beans
it.
do. Don't beans ferment or something like that?
What about the
If
chicken?
anything, you're going to be quite gaseous.
Okay, but I'm not gonna
So,
fall out.
no, you're not going to fall out. No, not from no beans. You be farting like crazy, but you're not going to fall out. That's the
Oh,
most that'll happen to you,
okay.
Kym. Yeah, there won't be
All
anything
right.
bad.
Well, we'll
You might
see. If
bloat.
you say, I don't know, people put your comments. Let me know. Can it be a week later?
Yeah, can you
And
please let Kym know if beans can be eaten after a week
and
and chicken?
chicken. It's a bean and
If your
chicken
refrigerator
chili.
is cold enough, you're fine. I think. I think you're fine. Go
What
eat
if I
it and
jump
let's
up?
see.
I
You
know. What
just
if I
eat
got to
it.
jump up and I got the
What, to go to the
runs?
bathroom? No,
Yeah.
you have to hold it. You can't jump up during the middle of a podcast
But
and
if
go
I
to the
eat the
bathroom.
beans and the chicken and it gives me salmonella or something that
You
makes me
can't get
run,
salmonella that fast. You're not gonna get it that fast. If salmonella can wait like for 45 minutes, you'll be all right. I think.
all
I
right.
think. Yeah, I think you'll be all
Okay.
right.
All right. We'll see what
I just
happens.
to end this, I wanted to know, what is there something that you do to relieve anxiety that you feel? now that you've had this panic attack, you don't want to go back to that place.
Well, you know what I did? After I felt the panic, my friend Siobhan, of course, made me sit down on the couch. And I just relaxed. And then the next day, Amy came over and took Joshua. So I know it's going to sound crazy, but I watched television. I literally watched a show. I watched Hoarders, which stressed me out at first. And I was like, oh, I love it. It's crazy.
Because you realize you are a hoarder.
I'm a baby hoarder. I'm a baby hoarder. Get it right. I'm not a giant hoarder.
I'm such a hoarder. We have to talk about that on another show. I'm such a hoarder.
Yes, but horrible. I worked on it. But I watched that and I didn't feel any more chest pain. So to relieve, I just escape. How I relieve stress is I try to escape to another world, someone else's life.
What I'm getting from this is what you had to do. You had to force yourself to sit down and rest. Rest is really, it's so underrated. Yes. Rest is so important to our bodies, especially females out there. You need your rest. It just, males too, but we're two women, we're two mamas. In order to be who you need to be for your child, rest has got to be part of the program. So you had to force yourself to sit down, to relax, and just veg out. And I think sometimes we feel like as women, we're super women. We got to do this. Yes. We got to do that. And it's like, no, you got to give yourself a little bit of love and tenderness and kindness and sit down so you can recharge your spirit, recharge your body. And in your case, Kym, alleviate those panic attacks.
Absolutely. And that's what I started to say no. It's very hard for me to say no. And you kept saying no, Kym, just make sure you just say, I know. And I've got to learn.
You so hate saying no. And I need you. I don't have as much of a problem saying no because I've practiced it for so long. Because it's like I used to feel like if I said no, then, the people are not going to like me. They're not going to call me again. And to an extent, I do it still. But you never say no. And I want you to stand in front of the mirror and just say no, like a bunch of different ways. No, not I'm sorry, but no, I can't do that. No. Work on that muscle of saying no.
No, I can't do it. I just feel like I'm gonna miss out on something.
That means no, you're not gonna work on the muscle. Are you saying no to me, or are you practicing?
No, I'm gonna work on it. Somebody should have said no to this top I'm wearing. This gray falling off the shoulder, showing my bra, indenting it to my meat. I got meat, and when you got big jahungas, the meat is wearing down on my shoulders. I got dents in my shoulders from years of my bra trying to hold up these mountains of meat, of lady meat.
Okay, I'm going to tell you this. If somebody's paying attention to your indigenous mountains of meat, then they didn't give a damn about what you were saying. That means that we're just not interested in one iota. Well, but now that you have made it a complete conversation and drawn the eye to that immense gelatinous mountain of meat,
but I'm gonna.
Your bra strap has disappeared. I can't stop looking at it. I can't stop. Like
I hit it. But you know how those weightlifter men has those big, what are they, trapezoids, some big humps on their shoulder?
Yeah.
I have them naturally. I just got humps of meat there because my bra is pushed down.
Stop making the straps so tight. You make your straps so, like, I don't have that in my shoulders because I don't make my straps tight.
Because you don't care if your breasts are by your knees. I need them to be up near my chin.
I don't care if they're by my knees because you know what? If you like me, you like them long.
Is that why? That's, I was going to say something.
If you like me, you like them long. I said it
sound like,
and I'll say it again.
It sounds like your geisha name. Like I'm long.
Just saying it. So stop.
I'm gonna call you like I'm long. That's your new name. Hey, like I'm long. That's your new name.
Sherri, like I like long.
It. Sherri, like I'm long.
We got to take you to have you ever been to a bra shop and actually gotten professionally fitted for a bra, Kym?
No, I've heard about. I
Okay, well,
did. You
that's
know
your
what?
problem.
In New York, I would go to the Town Shop on Broadway.
Oh, that
Love
was a
these
good one, the
ladies.
Town Shop.
Yeah, it's the Town Shop. Don't
No,
ever
I'm
push
gonna
me to
take you
surface.
when
Uh-huh.
we go to New York again, I'm gonna take you to a bra shop. They service all of the Broadway girls. And I got my
Oh,
corset when I got married at this thing, and they didn't move. I had a strapless corset. But also you have to go get fitted because they will tell you don't make the bra straps tight. What they'll do is they'll loosen it in the back. They'll pull it up in the front and they loosen it in the back. So this is sitting
wait.
up. You see?
Your bra,
It's
it
sitting
is.
up.
That's a good one. I don't need to see your
It's,
underarm meat though. I don't really need to see
well,
all
look,
that,
I don't know
Sherri.
what to tell you. You're
I
gonna
don't.
have
Why
some
would
kind
you
of
grab yourself? Please
I'm
sit down.
because it's
No one
cathartic.
needs to see
I'm just
your.
saying, do you see how sitting
Look
there
at your
you lay
underarms. I don't need to see
and I didn't
extra.
shave. And I
And you
didn't
didn't
shave.
shave. It look like an afro hanging out your underarm. A
Look, I'm not shaving
full.
until we come out of quarantine. I'm not doing it.
I
I'm not
didn't
doing
look
it.
like you got a child in a headlock. What is wrong with you? Got a
Look, I'm
Barbie
sorry.
doll.
Look,
Okay, no,
I'm not
I didn't.
shaving.
I sent you my underarm hair. I took a picture of it. It was way too much. I had never gone that long in the corner because I get waxed. The hair under my arm
It's
was
redunculous. It's redunculous.
no, it
And
was. I
look,
didn't even know it could get that long.
yes, it can. I'm about to bead mine up like Peaches and Herb. Um,
Uh-uh. Oh
I
God,
refuse to shave my underarms until we get out of quarantine. There's some
are you?
like men, Diddy, Kevin Hart, Chris Spencer, all of these men are going gray. They've
They
not
got.
dyed their hair. And I'll be
Yep.
darned if I'm gonna sit here and be trying to shave, shaving my underarms, shaving my legs, and all this waxing and trying to wax myself. No, I'm not doing it. Okay.
So you
When we come out of
protested.
quarantine, I'll be on the waxer's table put with those strips. I'll have my nair under my arms. I will be shaving my legs.
So
But
you
until
are
then,
protesting beauty or comfort or well, I mean the hair, you're right. It's just a now like men
I'm
are wearing their
protesting.
beard.
I'm protesting being free of the pressure of having to do things that will make me acceptable to a man. Can I be there? Can I be honest? Because
That was
men
good.
want you to shave under your arms. Men want you to shave your legs. Men want you to be looking like a daggone 23-year-old. Okay, I'm not. And I'm
Okay.
not, I don't want to conform to all of that. You
I,
got your hand raised. What?
because you said to him, no, 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 no. Girls want you to shave your underarms too. So I'm not coming to spend the night at your house. I hang with you and you lift your arms, get something out of the cupboard, and I got to see that little Barbie doll head up under your arm.
Okay, we're not,
Okay,
we
but
won't.
right, men do. They want you to shave your legs. It's all about men. They want your hair to be beautiful. You're absolutely right. It is a protest. I have been walking around here looking like a man, and you're right. And that is the pressure of if you were married, would you be walking around the house with your underarms furry, your legs furry, your hair looking crazy? Would we really be walking around that free?
You know, that really is a question that I would pose to our watchers and our listeners. And by the way, subscribe to our Two Funny Mamas podcast so that you can watch this podcast. Also, you can listen to us on all of the podcast platforms, iTunes, and all that other stuff. But subscribe because I would pose that to our listeners. If you're married, for the married listeners, because Kym and I are both single, do you shave? Do you wax? I know you comb
Right.
your hair, but do you shower every day? Because I don't know.
That's a
See,
good
we're by
one.
ourselves. So if I don't shower, if I shower every other day, there's nobody here but Jeffrey, and you don't pay no bill. So if I smell, you don't pay a bill. You got no
Yep.
opinion in what I do.
No,
So
you're
I would
fine.
love to know if you guys could answer that question. Maybe we'll give away something.
Right.
Like
Subscribe on our YouTube. And and
subscribe to
and
our YouTube page, Funny Mamas. What should we do? Like if they answer it, like the first person that answers the question,
we give them a
what do you think,
t-shirt from
Kim?
our shop. Did you tell them about our shop?
Yeah, oh my goodness. Yes, we have a merchandise shop it's called Two Funny Mamas. So you can go to buy Jack,
Mhm.
BYJACK. Did I spell that right? BYJACK.com/ Two Funny Mamas. And we have t-shirts and coffee mugs and tote bags. And we just got stuff that we want you to be able to take it with you. remind you of us. Did I say that right?
Yes. I
Okay,
love
good.
no,
Because
I love the merchandise. I got to get me some. Oh,
yeah, I want to get me a T-shirt too because it'll cover
but
up. Yeah, it'll cover up this
yeah, I
right here.
would like that. And you know what? And if you want to join me in my journey with WW, formerly known as Weight Watchers, please go to www.com, download the app, join me. I really, while you're in this quarantine, this is the time to do it because
It really
you're at
is.
home. It really is. It's hard to do it when you're running around. And if you start now and get in this habit, it'll be great. I want to
You know
encourage
what's so?
everyone
It's
to be
just
healthy.
during this quarantine, the eating, because everybody's schedule is off. Like I went to bed this morning at 3 in the morning, and I said I was on an IG live, and I said Kym is going to kill me because I shouldn't be going to bed this late. And in the going to bed late, then you go, oh, I want to eat something. So I had a banana and I had 2 Fuji apples, and I was just like, but you're not hungry, Sherri. So this is a really good program to do WW with you because you'll be making little videos for everybody and keeping everybody encouraged. And I'll hold you
Courage.
accountable to hold everybody else accountable.
Yep.
A
It
win-win
really will.
situation is what I say.
Oh,
You
it
know.
is a win-win. Well,
Now I've been doing, you know what I've been doing? I'm not on WW or anything like that, but I'm finishing up the last day of my push-up challenge. 50
I'm
push-ups in 31 days.
when is oh my God, you're almost done, huh?
Today is my day to do 50 push-ups. I started out doing 5 push-ups military style. And
Yes.
today, 31 days later, I'm about to do 50 push-ups. I've been posting them on my Instagram, me doing my push-ups. And I'm gonna tell you, that is so hard. Oh my gosh.
I've seen it. I'm gonna join you today.
You are in the challenge. I don't know why you acting like what? Kym Whitley, I asked 5 girls who are very close to me. I gotta sneeze. My nose is
Yeah.
like I asked 5 girls to be in this 50 push-ups in 31-day challenge. And Kym Whitley was one of the women that I asked. And I've been like encouraging and uplifting, and everybody said was gonna do it. So you started with doing 5 push-ups, and then every day you do like one more, then you go back to a lesser number. Kym wasn't sending in videos because I needed a video every day from the ladies. Kym was
See,
making me a
more
video
work.
every other week.
I,
I
I
was
told
I
you.
was still posting.
I told you I wasn't good in math.
I know, but all the ladies were like, "Where's Kym? Like, we're trying to do these push-ups. Where's Kym?" I was like, she ain't got a wig on, so she can't post a video.
I bet you I'll send my 50 in today.
Are you gonna do 50?
Girl, you know how long I've been doing push-ups all my life. Push-ups ain't nothing. Should have done a sit-up challenge. How about that? Knock this stomach down. My arms don't need to be no bigger.
I'm going to do a sit-up challenge. It's actually it's
Yes.
involving jumping rope and sitting up. So I'm going to start that challenge because I need that too. The sit-up
How
challenge
long
because
the
I don't
jump
have
in the
enough money
rope?
to
Why
get a
you
tummy
gotta add
tuck.
the jump in the rope? Who? Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to talk
Jumping
over
rope
you.
is really good. That's an overall great. It's jumping rope is a great conditioner, but you don't have to jump the rope. We'll do the sit-up challenge. I need you to go get a ball so we can start with that.
Wait,
Can you get the
what kind of
ball?
ball? I got a bunch of balls in the yard. What kind of ball?
Big workout ball, the big one.
Last time I got on one of those, it burst.
You're not gonna sit on it. You're not gonna
Huh?
sit on it. You're not gonna sit on it.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. Because that
You are
that I
going
was
to
traumatic. It was
Yes, no,
traumatic.
you're gonna be resting your legs on that ball, and you're gonna be doing crunches. You're gonna be doing turning to get your
Okay.
abs, like
Yeah.
it's a few things, but that is the challenge that I'm going to do, and I'm doing another. If you are
Oh,
interested in joining my push-up challenge with me, I'm gonna do another push-up challenge, 50 push-ups in 31 days. So if you're interested
oh,
in
good.
doing this challenge with me, I would love for some people to join me. And you'd have to do a video every day. And I will encourage you through it and push you through it
Well,
because it
tell
feels
the
so good. Because I'm
people.
telling you, don't look under my arms. I'm going to hide this right here. But my arms, like, I don't know if you can see muscles. Can you?
No, we see that Barbie doll hair.
No, I covered up the hair. You can't see the Barbie doll hair because I'm covering it up. But like if you
Listen, you
felt
got to bring it
this,
around like this. Bring it in front of you and show your arms like that.
but it's hard to like. But do you see like it's like okay,
Bring the
you know like
arm
grannies.
around, Sherri. Bring the arm around in the front of the camera.
What do you mean? Oh, Like this?
No, fold at your elbow and bring it like this, like you about to put, so they can see right here. Yeah, now bring. Oh,
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm so confused. You trying to tell me I'm showing the little muscles that
all right. Tell the people how to join you on the push-up challenge. What would they need to do?
They just need to leave a comment on the page that they want to join. I'm going to be looking at the comments. I'm going to go through the comments, and I'm going to send you. I got to find out how to send you a DM, because that's all you have to do. You just have to make a video every day. Because that's what kept me accountable. You do a video, and that's what you do. So we're going to be challenging people. I would love for you to join Kym on her WW journey and come do push-ups with me, because we want to come out of this quarantine better than when we started. Now, we're still human. You still got to forgive yourself. You still got to love yourself. You still have to make yourself rest. There are days that you need to rest. Get some sleep. Like, I'm not going to do that 3 a.m. thing again. Get some sleep. Breathe. Walk. Like, I'm telling you, I went walking with Niecy Nash the other day. It is so nice to just walk so you can breathe. So let's do those.
You want to pick up that name you just dropped? Okay, I'm sorry.
Pick up what name? What are you talking about? Pick up what name?
You know how you dropped the name? I went walking with Niecy Nash. That's name dropping.
That's not name dropping when you've been friends that long. You go out with Niecy Nash. That's not name dropping. You know what name dropping is? So Idris Elba called me. You know what name dropping is? So, Brad. I was like, Brad, why are you calling me?
Brad who? Sherri, Brad who?
Pitt. That's name dropping. You know what name dropping is? Name dropping is, hello, Ryan Reynolds. What are you doing today? So Ryan Reynolds, this is Ryan, girl. That's name dropping.
So crazy.
That's name
hilarious.
Dropping.
No, you're right. That is name dropping.
Yes, name dropping is this. Christian Bale, you want me to what?
Stop. No, you're right. Christian. Who's on the phone? Stevie Wonder? Tell him I'll call him back. Okay. That is
tell him to make sure to. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say.
Okay.
The little comic in me. You know what I've been really obsessed about, Kym? Right. I've been watching. There's some stuff that I've been watching. There's a really great show called Hollywood. You have to watch Hollywood because
I have watched it.
Did you like it?
Loved it.
It's about if you're fascinated with old Hollywood, this is the show. It's written. I'm not even gonna say. Maybe it was
Ryan Murphy.
Ryan Murphy. Oh, excuse me. Ryan Murphy. He did American Horror Story, and it's literally about the time in Hollywood where the studio system created an entire image for you. And a lot of our leading men, I did not know this, were gay.
Wait a minute.
A lot of Rock Hudson. I remember that.
Yeah, but do we really believe everything?
Now that this stuff is coming out, we didn't know Judy Garland was, a drug head, that they fed her drugs from when she was little because they never let her sleep. You would have never believed that the studio system created these personas and these images for people who were very flawed. And it's just fascinating to find out. I'm not saying every leading man was gay. I didn't say that. It was a few of them that were, because you couldn't come out because society didn't accept that. So they had to create these images. For instance, Rock Hudson. Rock Hudson was gay. He was gay.
Wait, and there's a difference between gay and then a gay?
No, it wasn't gay. Ew, he was gay.
Yeah, but he didn't. Yeah, he was.
He had a lot of affairs, and he was a leading man. And so was he the one that was with Doris Day all the time, or was that Cary Grant? I can't remember. But I love Rock Hudson. But do you know the studio created even the stuff that they gave to the tabloids? That was the studio, because they wanted him to be always be seen with women. And they wanted people to think he just couldn't get enough of women. They had him marry his secretary for one day, and they got a divorce just so it would look like he was married. And there were so many examples of this. So to watch Hollywood in the studio system and how they created and crafted, when really even the big wigs at the studios, these studio chiefs they was low down dirty.
Yeah, they was low down. They was low down.
They were low down dirty, can I tell you? And they were misogynist, and oh my goodness, they had a man, I don't remember his name. We're gonna talk about Hollywood again. He had a gas station girl, and he would pimp out
Scotty.
Scotty Bauer.
There's a real documentary about him. You got to go watch that on Prime.
It's a real documentary. I believe his name is Scotty Bauer, and they had this character in Hollywood, and it was played by, oh gosh, he was so good.
I love that actor. He was so handsome. You know,
when we come back, I'm gonna say the actor's name. But he had a gas station, and he only had good-looking attendants at the gas station. And so if you came, you said a code word, and this attendant would go home with you, man or woman. And he was pimping out these boys to everybody who had money.
Yep.
And there's a wonderful documentary about it too, about Scotty Bauer. It's fascinating. So Hollywood is something that I've been binging on. But the other thing, Kym, that's like my little dirty little secret, because you know I love Love is Blind, Married at First Sight, all these relationship shows. There's something on YouTube. It's this thing called AMBW. Do you know what that stands for?
AMBW.
AMBW.
African.
Nope.
No, I don't know.
It's Asian man, Black woman. And
what?
On YouTube, yes, Asian man, Black woman. Okay. And on YouTube, there are all these channels of Asian men being married to Black women, and they come and show you a day in their life and how they get down. And I'm fascinated because I never, in all of my dating and looking at men and being open to relationships, this is the year 2020, because it's been sucking so far. Right. But this is a year I want to step out of my comfort zone. And I want to date out of my comfort zone. Yeah. I want something different. I want to try something new, because you won't get anything new unless you try something new, right?
Okay. True.
So I want to step out of my comfort zone, and I want to date something different. So I've fallen down the rabbit hole.
Wait a minute. You said I want to date something different. That didn't sound right. I want to date someone different. Okay.
I want to date someone different that I don't know, that I have to find out about them, that I got to, I just want new. And I think that's okay. Like Lonnie Love, our friend, I'm not dropping names, our good friend Lonnie, she's on the talk show The Real. She met her guy on Bumble. She's dating a white man. And her and James have been dating for like close to 2 years, right?
Yep.
And she told me, she said, Sherri, so many times, and I'm speaking specifically to Black women, she says, so many times Black women, we will cut off everybody because we just stuck on one thing. Don't get me wrong, I love Black men. My son is a Black man. I love chocolate. I love everything about a Black man. But she says sometimes we will stay stuck in that, and you know, we can't find a Black man, and we don't have nobody. And our good years waste away because we don't have nobody. And she goes, open up your mind, expand your mind to something new, something that you never thought about before. And in 2020, I want to take risks. So I've fallen down the rabbit hole with AMBW, Asian man, Black woman.
But they look like they was young Asian men. I ain't see no old Asian men looking for no Black woman. I'm just saying. I want you. Okay, I apologize. Not that you old, but I didn't see no. So you're going to get a young Asian dude. I like Asian dudes too. I was a couple of them. I was like, hey.
I don't know what you're right. With these Asian men, they are younger because the women are younger that they've married. There's one Asian man and his woman. She's a Black woman. She looks like Alec Weck, the model. She shaved her head, and she's dark-skinned, beautiful girl, and he's Korean, and they have like 7 children. And he took on her one little girl, and they've been married for 6-7 years. On YouTube, there's another Asian man, Kym. He speaks Japanese the entire time on the thing, literally. And I'm not trying to be stereotypical. I don't know Japanese, but it's so fascinating to me because she'll be like, she's from Brooklyn. It's called Tokyo Meets Brooklyn. And she's from Brooklyn, and she'll be like, babe, what you want to eat tonight? And he's like, and she'll go, you want bacon on your hamburger? And he's like, and she's like, okay, I love you too, baby.
So
I'm like, It's so sexy to me.
So she speaks Korean or Chinese or?
She speaks Japanese. She understands
Japanese.
it. They have 3 children. The kids understand Japanese, and he speaks Japanese. And he's like a music producer, and she's a engineer. It's just fascinating to me because
Japanese.
the fact Japanese is a hard language to learn, first of all. So the fact
I was going to say,
just,
yeah. But what's really tripping me out is I wonder as Black people, because their children are considered Black, you know, if Malaysian. Not Japan, but you know, you can't go to China. They're kicking Black people out of China. So that's Malaysian. Interesting. Yeah, if they're Malaysian, what happens with that now? You know, that was just an interesting thought.
It's very interesting because they raise their children to really accept both of their cultures. So all of the children, like, you know, they learned Japanese, they were learning Korean. It was so cute to hear the kids go, you know, to their father. So they're learning the language, but they also, like the beautiful Black girl who looks like Alec Weck, when she was combing her daughter's hair, she's like, girl, where did you get that pretty brown skin? And the little girl goes, Mama. And it was so beautiful. So they both instill a love of each other's culture. So
that's
I like
fantastic.
it because I want a man to walk into the room and go, and I'm looking and go,
you won't understand him, Sherri. You're not going to learn Japanese.
Well, you got to learn your lines. If the right man comes along, I learn Japanese. I learn Spanish. Ojalá que tenga un buen día.
Gracias, that's all you can speak. Do you know Spanish?
Un dolor en mi espalda y mi piernas y la abierta es la cerrado.
Y I got that same app.
Y le gusta tu corazón, mi querida, mi amor.
That's
and
it.
If I can learn all that, I can
that
learn.
Was it.
I don't know why I do my head like that.
Yeah, something's wrong with you.
I don't know, but look, it was very sexy to me.
Yes, I want you to find. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead, tell me.
Well, I'm just saying, because if you want something new, you have to put it out there. You manifest it. So I'm telling everybody, I'm very open to meeting an Asian man. And I want to learn about the culture. I really want to learn about the Asian culture. I'm fascinated by it. You know, maybe
I'm fascinated by drag queens, but that don't mean I'm gonna marry one.
Okay, you always got to take it to a place that I don't understand. But okay. How we got to marry a drag queen, I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm open, Kym, is what I'm saying. Okay. And I'm open to. Okay, well, I guess that conversation ended.
No. I'm right there. She's open. I want everyone to put a comment. If you've dated an Asian man or out of your race. Like? Yes, please leave us some comments about it.
I would love some AMBW comments on what's that like. Like, I don't want to have a fetish, because I don't like men who have a Black girl fetish, who come up to me and they want to date a Black girl just because of what they heard. You know, they think Black girls are wild in bed. They think Black girls are ghetto. Look, as I'm doing this.
Right.
So I don't want to fall into the stereotypes. Yes. I would like to date a person who's got a great heart. But looking at AMBW, I was like, okay, well, I can be open to something like that. So I'm putting it out there, you know. I'm open.
Okay. Well, everyone has heard it. Sherri Shepherd has put it out to the world. She would like an Asian man from any part of Asian. I don't know if Asia. I don't know if that the Philippines.
Like, are there any celebrities like Daniel Day Kim? Remember Daniel Day Kim?
I love Daniel Day Kim. So please leave a comment for her. We're gonna wrap this up. She don't know I'm in this box about to pass out.
Are you hot flashing?
I'm about to have a heat stroke because I'm in the valley. It's 100 degrees. We're having
such a great time.
We're having such a good time. My stomach is growling. I just want to say, I can't eat the chicken and the beans.
Okay, so we're gonna end here.
You know, Joshua's in school, so he's been running around on recess. I got to go put him in his next class.
Okay, so we're gonna end this right here.
I got
Thank
a
you
9
so
year.
much for watching us on Two Funny Mamas. Thank you for listening to us on the podcast. There's a button that you could click that says subscribe. We really want you to subscribe. We need you to subscribe to our page. And
Yes.
we have a lot more content that we're putting in so that you can enjoy it. So hit subscribe. You can also go to the other podcast platforms to listen to us. And please, 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 wherever you listen to us or watch us, leave a comment, leave a review, because we need those. And we just thank you.
And share.
And share,
Please
repost,
share it.
tell
Share it.
people about us, because we like to have fun and we like to bring you something you can learn from. But also go to our merchandise store at byjack.com/2funnymamas. And we were going to do a giveaway. Why were we doing a giveaway? I can't remember. It was
we were doing a giveaway if they left the first comment about something we were talking about. I don't know. Oh, push up. Push up challenge.
Oh,
what's the first person?
That don't even sound right.
It don't matter. We're gonna give something away.
You know what to leave. We're gonna get you. We're gonna get you.
Yeah, we talk
But
to people.
Thank you, and subscribe. Hit that button that says subscribe. Thank you. This is Kym Whitley.
And wait, Sherri Shepherd, you were supposed to mention the name of the other people. Remember, we gave them T-shirts, the other winners, the lady.
I don't have that, but we'll.
So you didn't write that down. See, this is what I'm talking about. We doing this ourselves. This is what's happening. Y'all work with us. I'm Kym Whitley. I'll holler at y'all next week.
Okay, wait. We gotta work this out. You talking? I'm gonna shut up.
All right, y'all. Thank you. I said it already. The people heard me. I'm Kym Whitley, y'all. Talk to y'all next week.
And I'm Sherri. Oh, and I'm Sherri Shepherd. Talk to you guys next week. God bless you.